Here are some of the craziest stories of football players, from superfans to cursed houses, from war-torn childhoods to tragic deaths. These stories will shock you, amaze you, and inspire you. So, without further ado, let's get started. Ronaldo superfan. We all know that Cristiano Ronaldo has millions of fans who admire his skills, his looks, and his lifestyle. But there is one fan who took his admiration to a whole new level. His name is Shanta, who did some pretty extreme things to be just like his idol. Firstly, he went so far as to pay for surgery to make himself look more like Ronaldo. That means he actually changed his appearance to resemble Ronaldo's. On top of that, Shanta bought every single soccer uniform that Ronaldo wore, showing how dedicated he was to imitating his idol. But it didn't stop there. Shanta went on trips to see Ronaldo play in games. It's like he followed Ronaldo around to be as close to him as possible. What's even more interesting is that Shanta changed his name to Shanta Ronaldo. So not only did he look like Ronaldo and wear the same clothes, but he also took Ronaldo's last name as his own. Shanta didn't stop there either. He started acting like Ronaldo on social media, posting pictures and updates just like Ronaldo does. He even convinced his own brother to look like Ronaldo's son, Ronaldo Jr. It's like he wanted his whole life to be a mirror image of Ronaldo's. Shanta has big dreams. He wants to play against Ronaldo in a match, like a Ronaldo versus Ronaldo showdown, and he's aiming for this to happen in the 2022 World Cup. It's quite ambitious, and you can imagine how surprising and maybe even a bit strange this must be for Ronaldo, the real one. Samuel Eto'o's cursed villa. In 2015, Samuel Eto'o bought a lavish villa in Italy to celebrate his career. But little did he know that the house had a dark history. The house was rumored to be cursed due to its previous owner's involvement with uncovering a pharaoh's tomb in Egypt. The owner was Lord Carnarvon, a British aristocrat and adventurer who financed the expedition that discovered the tomb of Tutankhamun in 1922. The tomb was one of the most important archaeological discoveries of the 20th century, as it was the only intact royal tomb ever found in Egypt. But it also contained a curse. Many people dismissed the curse as a superstition, but some believed that it was real and that it had claimed many victims. One of them was Lord Carnarvon himself, who died shortly after the discovery due to an infected mosquito bite. His death was seen as a sign of the curse and was also followed by a series of strange and eerie events, such as power outages, radio interference, and animal deaths. The curse was also said to have followed him to his villa in Italy, where he had stored some of the objects from the tomb. The villa had a bad reputation, and many people avoided it, fearing the curse. The villa remained in the Carnarvon family for decades, until it was sold to Samuel Eto'o in 2015. Eto'o was unaware of the villa's history, and he was excited to move in. He planned to spend his holidays there and to invite his friends and family. He also wanted to use the villa as a base for his charity work and his business ventures. But soon after he moved in, he started to experience disturbing events that made him question his decision. He heard strange noises such as footsteps, whispers, and screams in the middle of the night. He saw flickering lights and felt cold spots in different rooms. He also felt a negative energy and a sense of dread in the house. He also faced problems with his club, Sampdoria, who accused him of breaching his contract. They claimed that he had left the club without permission and that he had failed to report for training. They also alleged that he had lied about his age and that he had used a fake passport. They threatened to sue him for defamation and to terminate his contract. Eto'o denied the allegations and defended himself. He said that he had informed the club about his move and that he had a valid passport. He threatened to sue the club back for slander and for damaging his reputation. But the case was never resolved, and Eto'o left the club and the country shortly after. He fled to Turkey to escape the alleged curse and to join a new club, Antalyaspor. He sold the villa for a fraction of its original price and never looked back. Luka Modric's childhood during war. Luka Modric was born in 1985 in a small village in Yugoslavia. When he was 6 years old, the Yugoslav wars broke out, and his family had to flee their home. They moved in with his grandpa, who was a farmer and lived in a refugee hotel. Modric faced daily fears of war and struggled with poverty. He had to cope with the loss of his grandpa, who was killed by Serbian rebels. He also had to deal with bullying and rejection, as he was often mocked for his small stature and lack of talent. But his grandpa had motivated him to pursue his dreams and gave him his first football. Despite the challenges, Modric committed to becoming a professional footballer. He practiced every day and joined a local club. He impressed the scouts and moved to bigger clubs until he reached Real Madrid. Eventually, Luka became one of the best midfielders in football. He achieved a lot in his career, and he always gives credit to his grandpa for inspiring him to chase his dreams, even when life was tough. This shows how powerful encouragement and determination can be, in helping someone overcome challenges and achieve great success. Andres Escobar's tragic story. Soccer is a sport that brings immense passion and national pride. And when a player makes a mistake that affects the outcome of a crucial match, emotions run high. Andres Escobar had a bright future ahead of him, but it was cut short by a senseless act of violence. In 1994, Escobar represented Colombia in the World Cup, held in the United States. Colombia was considered one of the favorites to win the tournament, but they failed to live up to the expectations. In their second group match, against the hosts, Escobar scored a crucial own goal that gave the U.S. a 1-0 lead. Colombia lost the game 2-1 and was eliminated from the competition. Escobar faced public backlash, and his mistake was blamed for the team's failure. He tried to address the situation in a newspaper statement, where he apologized to the fans and asked for forgiveness. He also expressed his hope for peace and unity in his country, which was plagued by violence and drug trafficking. He returned to Colombia hoping to resume his career and his life, but a few days later, he was murdered outside a nightclub in Medellin. He was shot 6 times. The shooter was a bodyguard of a drug lord who had lost money betting on Colombia. He confessed to the crime and received a 43-year prison sentence, but was released after 11 years. Escobar's death shocked the world and sparked outrage and grief. He was mourned by his family, his teammates, and his fans. He was buried with the Colombian flag and his number 2 shirt. Neymar's laser pointer incident. Neymar has to deal with physical and psychological pressure, especially during big games. One of the most bizarre and dangerous incidents that Neymar faced was the laser pointer incident. This is when some fans use laser pointers to distract or harm the players during the game. The laser pointers are usually green, which is the most visible color and the most harmful to the eyes. The fans aim the laser pointers at the players' eyes, risking potential vision loss, or at least temporary blindness or disorientation. The laser pointer incident happened to Neymar twice in 2 different years, and in 2 different competitions. The first time was in 2018, during a match against PSG's arch-rivals, Marseille, in the French league. The match was very tense and very close, with both teams fighting for the title. Neymar was the star of PSG and the main target of Marseille's fans, who booed him, insulted him, and threw objects at him. But the worst thing they did was to use laser pointers to distract him during the game. The laser beams were aimed at his eyes several times, making it hard for him to see and concentrate. Neymar complained to the referee, but no action was taken. The referee ignored him and told him to play on. Neymar managed to score a goal, but PSG lost the game 3-2. The second time was in 2021, during a crucial moment in the Champions League semi-final against Manchester City. The Champions League is the most prestigious club competition in Europe, and PSG had never won it before. They had reached the semi-final after beating Barcelona and Bayern Munich, and they were hoping to make history. Neymar was the leader of PSG and the hope of the fans who wanted him to deliver. But in the second leg of the semi-final, PSG were trailing 2-1 on aggregate, and they needed to score 2 goals to qualify. Neymar had a chance to score when he was awarded a free kick near the edge of the box. He was about to take the shot when he was again attacked by laser pointers from the stands. The laser beams were aimed at his eyes and his face, making it impossible for him to see the ball and the goal. He missed the shot, and PSG lost the tie 4-1 on aggregate, and were eliminated from the competition. Neymar expressed his frustration and anger on social media and called for more protection from the authorities. He said that the laser pointers were a serious threat to his health and his career, and that they should be banned from the stadiums. He also said that he felt disrespected and humiliated by the fans, the referees, and the media who did not acknowledge the problem. And that wraps today's video of these crazy stories of football players. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content. Share this video with your friends and drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching.